Have you ever been in a spot where you've had that one chance at competing for something that you've always wanted? So you give it your best shot, you put your all into it, and then all of a sudden, bam, out of the blue, you've lost it. And you begin to wonder, where did I go wrong? Or what could I have done? Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to share with you the key elements in achieving true success. What is it that you really need in order to be truly successful in life? And I would like to start by telling you a very interesting story. It's about a successful businessman who was growing old and knew it was time to choose a new successor for his business. Now, what makes the story so interesting is that instead of choosing from his directors or his children, he decided to do something much different. He called all the young executives in his company and told them it was time for him to step down. It was time for him to choose a new CEO, and he said, "I have decided to choose one of you." The young executives were stunned, but the boss continued, "I'm going to give each one of you a seed today, one very special seed. I want you to plant the seed, water it, and come back 1 year from today with what you've grown from the seed, and I will judge the plant you bring, and the one I choose will be the next CEO." By this, everyone wondered if the CEO was really serious. Someone wondered if he had gone mad. I mean, how difficult could it really be to look after one little plant? One said. Now, young executive named Peter was there that day, and he, like others, received a seed. He went home excitedly and he told his wife the story. She helped him get a pot, some soil, and they both planted the seed. Every day, Peter would water his seed and watch to see if it had grown. After about 3 weeks, some of the other executives at work began to talk about how their seeds grew into plants. When Peter heard this, he started checking his twice a day. But still, nothing ever grew. Now Peter grew frantic. He still didn't have a plant, and he felt like a failure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we can relate to this situation, right? Where we're at work and we feel as though we're falling so much behind, it's as if our coworkers are way ahead of us. And we begin to feel demotivated. We begin to feel flustered and confused and like a complete failure. But for some strange reason, Peter kept on watering his seed, and he did not say a word to any of his colleagues. A year had finally went by, and the executives of the company brought their plans to the CEO for inspection. Peter told his wife he wasn't going to bring an empty pot. She then asked him to be honest and to remain truthful to himself. Peter felt sick to his stomach. It was about to be the most embarrassing moment of his life, but deep down, he knew his wife was right. Peter took his empty pot to the boardroom. He was amazed at the variety of plants grown by his other executives. They were beautiful. Some had grown fruits, some had grown beautiful flowers. Now, feeling worthless and defeated, Peter placed his empty pot and shoved it to the corner of a room. When the CEO arrived, he surveyed the room and he greeted the young executives, my, what wonderful flowers, what beautiful trees you have grown. Today, one of you will be the CEO. As they went around the room, each gave their story and their experience of growing their seed. The CEO found this quite interesting, and he nodded his head and continued. Peter was the last person in the room, and it was now his turn. He tried to hide, however, but the CEO spotted him with his empty pot. Now at first, Peter thought to himself of making up a story. But then he remembered what his wife had said to him, and he decided to stick with the truth. After sharing his ordeal, the CEO then asked everyone in the room to sit down, right? And then he said, "Behold, your next chief executive officer, his name is Peter." Peter couldn't believe it. He was amazed. Some began to question, how could Peter be the next CEO? And he couldn't even grow a seed. Then the CEO got up proudly and said, "1 year ago, I gave everyone in this room a seed. But what I did is that I gave all of you boiled seeds. They were dead. So it was impossible for them to grow. Peter was the only one with the courage and honesty to bring me a pot with my same seed in it. Therefore, it is he that I will be choosing to be my next CEO." Now, ladies and gentlemen, when Peter first got his seed, he was very excited. He couldn't wait to start caring for it. He was motivated. He had a clear purpose and a positive attitude. He knew he had a goal and he knew how to achieve it. These are positive elements of true success. Peter cared for his seed. He watered his seed every day despite no signs of growth. Even up to the point where it has almost been a year, he still kept on watering it. This represents faith, the will and determination to believe in something you want so much that you learn never to give up on it, even when the way seems impossible. After Peter even came to the point where he had finally given up on himself and lost all hope, it was his wife who reassured him and urged him to remain truthful to himself. This represents the importance of having and appreciating those around us who helps us to make the right decision in life. Ladies and gentlemen, true success is about firstly believing in who you are and staying true to yourself. It is knowing that talent is natural, but skill is achieved through repetition. So don't beat up on yourself. Embrace your mistakes and learn from it as it comes with a lesson. Life's greatest opportunities are those that are created with our very own two hands. After all, 95% of what we do in life involves our hands. True success is about trusting your instincts. It's about knowing you can rise after every fall. It's about knowing never to give up and when to stand tall. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening to my speech, and I do hope you found this to be very refreshing and motivating. Have yourself a wonderful night.